All right, today on Unpacked, we are gonna dive into some beans. Beans. Okay, we have a brand today called Dark Matter Coffee. And we picked this up just because it was intriguing and we wanted to try and figure it out, look into it a little bit more. This is a coffee company based here in Chicago somewhere. And this was at the store. It was presented in an interesting way. So they prioritize fair business practices, partner directly with farms. So really focused on that kind of sustainable sourcing. And they have a cool aesthetic, and so we're gonna dive into this. But here is a kind of full litho lamb. Just the way that it's printed and applied, it's laminated to the corrugate. That's what this is here, this kind of full color print. But this full print box here is a, I don't know, just like a B flute corrugated. But here on the back, nothing really crazy, just a cool overall vibe and aesthetic, but it's a little tuck front. So this whole perforation thing is a little confusing. This is a gift kit of sorts, and inside we have the beans, this coffee cup, and then a couple of things of, I'm assuming these are chocolates. Not sure, but that's what they look like. Yes, they are chocolates. And so it's a gift kit, but I can't figure out this thing. I have one theory, but why would they have done this? I have two theories. This is slightly puzzling. It's not like you're gonna store it this way. But here's my two theories. One is that they got some push to show the contents in some retail environment. Whether that's club or regular retail or somewhere that they got some pressure to showcase kind of what was actually on the inside of this thing. That's one theory. Another possibility is that this die that cuts this thing already existed for something else and they leveraged it. That's less likely. It's more likely that there was some kind of a presentation thing here. And I believe wherever we picked this up from, there was one opened up like that. Just because consumers, there's nothing on the outside of the box that really shows consumers what it is. That's what leads me to believe that theory is really the most plausible. There's nothing that's like a picture of the contents or really even that much description and information. I mean, it just says Dark Matter Coffee on the front. And, you know, you'd have to really... There is literally nowhere on here that it says what's inside. So I'm guessing that was their rationale for this cutout, but it's a little strange. Like, there are different ways that they could have illustrated, unless this box actually serves a bunch of purposes and different types of kits and they don't want to like lock it into one. And that's why I'm really hesitate every time that I could slam a brand and say, well, that's stupid. It's because there could be a lot of logic and rationale that's actually behind something that I don't really have the context of. And they might have 12 different kits that they have, and some of them are 2 bags of coffee. And we've done some of that kind of stuff where you have one kind of packaging SKU that does a whole multitude of things. So I know we get comments and things from people, especially family all the time, that are like, well, why'd they do this? This is dumb. And honestly, sometimes it's just because there's another reason. There's something else in their portfolio. There's some future considerations. There's some volume discount, whatever it is, that leads a brand to make those decisions. So it's nice looking packaging. They've done a good job with it. It was just a little strange that they chose to not communicate that in some other way. I mean, they could have done a sticker on the outside that kind of had the picture of contents. That way you get the same packaging with some variability. There's a lot of ways to approach that. And a perf that requires an in-store display version seems like a complicated way to make that happen. But again, I don't have all the context. So I'm not gonna get too deep into this. This is just kind of a foiled film pouch, soft touch. It's really nice. This is a little paperboard sleeves for these chocolate bars that I think are pretty straightforward. Yeah, and then just a foil wrapped chocolate bar inside of there. And this is just a white one-sided corrugate insert that kind of raises this thing up a little bit and holds everything in. It's well designed. I think they did a great job. All right, that's all for today's Unpacked. Stay tuned for our next video. And if you have anything to say about this pack, if you know of anything, or if you're the brand and you want to tell us why this happened, please hit us up in the comments below, and we'll see you next time.